Spiral, 2 Jews, 2 mics, 2 hours, starting now.
Hi.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
So new, your weekend?
My weekend is nothing to cough about.
I have to tell you, I tried the Mucinex.
Yeah.
I took it all day Friday, took it all day Saturday. Forgot to take it Sunday. I have more phlegm now than a hoo hoo hoo, ha ha ha, a hee hee hoo hee hoo hee. Good morning, Zach.
Zach, nice.
No. And that's because Zach Galifianakis sent me.
That goes back like 3. You used to.
I know, really. That's a classic. I still can. I feel like when I'm really gone into dementia, that's when I'll never call you Josh
All right, yeah.
again.
It's a good tell.
I'll call you Zach, and I go, Zach was in The Hangover. Shut up.
I know. It gets to the core that you really wish deeply that I was actually Zach on the phone.
I think it's so sad. It's all sad about me. It shows what a small man I am, and not just in my height and weight. No, my height, not weight. Why do I have to take a sip of coffee? Okay.
I don't know.
John,
why do you have to narrate it is really the question.
Susan came up with the, I always try to engage her in a banter.
Yeah.
Like make her the half of the comedy team.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes she plays along with me. And so she just was like, without even thinking I was talking, she says, "Who are we? Those people?" So that really does kind of sum up my whole offstage banter. Who am I? That guy? Who are we? Those people?
Yes.
So,
that's your sitcom right there. Those people.
Those people. Oh, of course I didn't, as typical with our ideas, I add nothing to it.
No, but you always restate it.
I restate and go, "Hey, sucker." Oh, Josh.
Oh, Andy. Oh, Andy. Oh, yeah.
Dear Thought Spiral, what if James Mason was Floyd the Barber? Long time listener, same time questioner. I'm going after the people.
I was about to say, and what do we stand to gain by belittling our listeners?
Nothing. Just shut down another avenue. Shut down more people's dreams. It's like Leno. Kind of like what Leno did with his career.
All right.
I have watched that show twice now, you bet your life.
Oh, you have? Good. It's a sad ending, isn't it?
You can't, I'll tell you one thing. You'll never say, well, they're saved by the production values.
No, it looks like it should be Leno's garage.
Or Leno's sad, empty auditorium.
Yes.
Oh my God. But who pays for it? And where's the money in it? Is it just someone who likes Leno? Is it one of these things because he used to visit the affiliates all the time? There's some affiliate at that station, 11.
It's very possible, but it's if you're a national TV syndicator, I don't know who does it, but it's a name, and if you sell it into enough markets, you got a show. That's how syndicated TV works.
And we'll be back with J. Elvis Weinstein, devil's advocate. Literally, he's arguing for the, what's it called? Propagation?
No, I'm not. I'm explaining how it happens. I am not arguing. I am not arguing for it.
I definitely knew that. I could tell the difference, and I have the wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to start using 12-step jargon in the podcast.
I'm looking forward to the amends section.
Oh my God, you're like a razor sharp. Either you haven't been in the program. This is how much you've mastered all segments of life that you never have to participate in.
I'm a sponge, Andy.
That's true. You told me that a long time ago.
I did while we were scrubbing something.
Right. And what I didn't know that it was one of those prophylactic sponges that women used to. Oh, this sounds like a great thing. What we do is It's like a moistened sponge. Is it a moistened? We stick we wedge your sponge up there. It can't get past that area. What kind of idiots? Obviously, men came up with these solutions. How about we put a coil in the middle of the woman? We stick a metal coil in her. Because you opened and expanded your consciousness to accept the hideousness of that bit, you caused me so much delight.
It's just like you tapped into this secret contraception bit you had stored away somewhere.
Hey, was somebody from New York in the 50s came up with this? Hey, we'll stick a metal coil thing inside the leg. Okay, I was going to say another joke and I stopped.
Yeah, no, you realize that it never gets better when you're trying.
I know, especially when the premise is inappropriate things you shouldn't say.
Yes.
And then you've already done what you could argue is the funniest version of it, and now you're going to put more mustard on the thing.
Thus endeth the masterclass.
Exactly. Thank you. I hope you were taking notes.
I think we're all taking notes. For the authorities.
For when they I wanted to know what your take was on, and I know it's like this isn't the news program. You're not watching this. You don't listen to you're not listening to this next Monday with, I wonder what the news was in the Australian Open last week.
Yeah.
But I had so much schadenfreude over Djokovic because he's always been so obnoxious. It was, we kept tuning in to find out what the final thing was.
Yeah.
And when it was just great for our side.
Yes.
For the people who don't like Djokovic and have always thought he was annoying.
Yes. Humanity aced him.
He won't be coming back.
Humanity 15, Djokovic love. Hey,
I'm gonna be Mr. Obvious now. Hey, guess what? He won't be winning this year. The Australian Open. Nice job, Djokovic. Oh, wait a second. Let me hear it again. Weren't you at 20 and Rafa was at 20 and Roger Federer was at 20? This was your big chance. Not this year, fuckface.
That's right. Now get back on your private jet and go back to your luxury palace in Dubai. Loser.
I'll show you. Here's my, before I forget, here's my, guess who this is? You ready?
Sure.
But Ted Binion was decidedly dead. I didn't do it well. I was trying to.
I didn't hear the first word. I didn't hear the first word.
Ted Binion. Ted Binion was dead. Ted Binion. And Ted Binion was decidedly dead.
Is that Keith Morrison?
It is Keith Morrison. Right, okay. Yes. On the Ted Binion thing, which I recommend to you.
Binion as in the casino.
Yes, it's the latest round of why did he die, and but it's just so good. It's just Keith Morrison. It's just everything that you want.
But there wasn't a pot of gold at the end of Binion's rainbow.
No. The part of him that I can do is the part that sounds like every other impression people do. No.
Yeah.
Because I used to think he was like an oh my guy. Oh my. He's not an oh my guy.
No, that's George Takei.
and this is how it is going to look at the home 5 years from now.
Tell me what this impression is.
Oh my God, that hit me right in my stomach. Like it's so real. I hear the sound of my voice.
What's this an impression of?
My voice is slightly more raspy and needy. But Josh, I'm worried about.
It's because you're covering your tracheotomy with your finger.
Josh, I'm not getting as many Zoom shows. People don't realize that I really think I am going to be. I don't think it's going to be the. I'm not.
Check my cameo again. Check it again.
Did you turn the? This is the way my cameos will be in 10 years. Did you turn it on?
Right.
Now turn to. Hi, I'm Andy Kindler.
Turn off the machine that goes beep. I'm cameoing.
Josh, can you give me the number of? I can't find a number for consumer cellular. I think it's called consumer cellular. That is looking more and more like a company that I can get behind.
Consumer cellular?
Yes, because I want a large face on my thing.
Yeah.
And I want easy to use schmengies.
Uh-huh.
And I want it for as little as $22 a month.
Yeah.
Well, I don't need my nation package anymore, do I?
No, you're not calling anyone beyond the immediate area. You might just go with soup cans and a string.
I don't need any. Honestly, at my age, I don't need any kind of pack. When I hear about a package, I think of my impotency and rapid decline towards death. It's not quite there.
Nice save.
Why do you sound like you had to open up a trunk, turn around to do that impression?
Because that pretty much sums it up.
Oh, I thought you were doing a thing like you were pausing. You couldn't do Droopy without pausing to think. No. I do them just like I do, no.
Yeah.
Oh my. Boo.
And the way we go.
Oh, and now away we go, and now it's coming back because it's flopping around. Folks, let me tell you something.
His penis doesn't work.
Now this should segue into sexual dysfunction pills. If we sold sexual dysfunction pills, we'd make $1 million. Because I think here's the thing about podcast listeners. They're not smart people. They can't figure out. They're
Please buy our sexual dysfunction pills. They're the best.
He said it too. They can't figure. Nobody can figure out. You have to be like an expert to figure out that no matter what, you can get 10% off your initial anything, Josh. You don't have to mention Josh Elvis Weinstein to get 10% of your first purchase to L'Occitane au Provence.
Yeah.
But I could tell you that.
Sure.
However, you might argue back, and I'm sure you will, that you listen to the podcast, you go, I like the guy who says they look like.
Uh-huh.
I like him. I'm going to buy my yoga pants from him because I trust his true crime take.
Uh-huh.
That's what people are hoping. You know who does it right, Josh? Is The Plot Thickens with Ben Mankiewicz. I am addicted to, well, the thing is, I can't be addicted to it because there's like, I don't even know how many episodes, but I'm almost done.
Yeah. Are you on the Lucy one now, or are you on?
Yeah, the Lucy one. I'm almost done with. Well, how many Lucys are there?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me tell you something that I know you're going to make.
When she dies, it's over.
This is not a spoiler alert, but I took so many things for granted that just were part of my childhood. But when you hear the fact that nothing was shot on film, why they made all these decisions to shoot on film, the fact that they had this guy, Carl Freund, who was a famous, I think, cinematographer.
Yeah.
And that Lucy had a background in film. She got that contact. And that his name was not Ricky. Desi really was like he was like a gambler in, at the casino, but he also had really great ideas. And are you doing the snoring thing?
No, I'm just, I'm enjoying you telling me about a podcast I already listened to.
If I was able to say things succinctly, I don't think it would be so painful. I'm serious. If I was able to go listen to the podcast. Yeah. Okay. So all I wanted to say was the decision they wanted to be able to use 3 cameras, but light 3 areas at the same time. And everybody told them they couldn't do it, including Carl Freund. And he solved it, but it sounds simple, but he solved it by putting the lights above them.
Right.
Right. So I don't know. All those things I found fascinating. The fact that they, when they negotiated to own the negatives, CBS could not possibly imagine that anyone would watch a rerun of a show. Nobody knew that it would be a marketable thing.
Right.
I'm done. I mean, with the show, not just that story.
That's it. We're done.
No, we are done.
Down.
Thank you. Well, not until I get my last paycheck. I come down to the thing and
Sure.
I have a time clock.
Right. Which you're afraid to touch.
Anyway, forget that. Here's
but
what
it's good. It's good. It's better than the Aaron Sorkin movie.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Ben Mankiewicz show, don't soft sell it. The thing that I want to tell people to listen to is that he gets like great clips of Lucy. You know, it's like I was born in a haze. Lucy, I knew she was the greatest, but I didn't understand. I was already, by the time I was older, like not 10 or 11, I was sick of all the reruns already.
Right.
I didn't know that it was,
that's okay.
I didn't, right. Why is that?
That's okay. You don't need to appreciate things over and over and over again.
No, I used to think I had to. Yes. I used to think I had to. That used to be why Christmas wasn't fun for me anymore.
Yeah.
I watched.
Because you're an adult. That's why.
Yeah. I tried to watch The Grinch again. Not the 7-hour Jim Carrey where for 2 years you couldn't talk to him and you had to identify him as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Up the set.
Right.
I mean, the perfect, How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Boris Karloff as the narrator, right. and I didn't get any. I have memorized every single second of that show.
Yeah, well.
So what you're saying is absolutely correct.
That speaks well of you.
Is there anything that speaks well of me?
There's plenty of things that speak well of you.
Well, name
Not
one
you.
now.
You don't.
Name one now because
others do.
Name one now before I go into the 5 stages of jumping out of this window. I actually wrote that previous to this.
Yeah.
Seeing, I just want to try to test it on you.
That was good.
It's like one of those.
Especially if you got a window that nearby.
Well, because the thing is, if I was Sam, who was his name? What was Lucy's grandfather's name?
Old commie
No.
Sam.
He, one of the neighbor kids got killed with a BB gun.
Not a BB gun.
Running into
Not a BB gun. Not a BB gun. I think a real gun.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. It had to be a real gun, and so if that had happened to me, there'd be no Andy Kindler story.
Which are you, the one who gets shot or the shooter?
Well, I wish I was the one who got shot. That's a better story.
Yeah.
But if I had been the shooter,
right,
forget it. And now I don't know why it seems interesting to me, but fascinating. But it destroyed his life that it happened to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've said too much. But tell me about the Sorkin thing. Did you watch that too?
Yes.
I wanted to watch. Is that the Ricardos?
Being the Ricardos, yes.
That's not like a sitcom series that recreates. No,
it's a feature film.
Oh, is it completely horrible?
It's not completely horrible,
but it's pretty bad. It's Sorkin. It's not going to be like Ben Mankiewicz.
Well, Ben Mankiewicz liked it.
Let me finish.
But maybe because he got an interview with Sorkin.
You can't interview Sorkin and then not say after it, well, Sorkin's version is great. I am so glad. Because the guy's got a thinner skin than me, Sorkin. He sounded good on the Ben Mankiewicz show talking about it.
Yeah. Well, if you've got...
So don't waste my time, right?
Well, waste your time. It's not like you're that short on it.
I am short on it. I'm starting to watch a better grade of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather watch something delightful like Dickinson than watch...
Well, but the thing you'll enjoy about it, having listened to the series, is you'll know it. You'll go, oh, yeah, that thing. That thing. I know that.
But I have to see someone who's not Desi Arnaz play Desi Arnaz with the words provided by the least Cuban
You get to see Desi Arnaz say, wait, what, though?
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
See, Dickinson has them talk modern sometimes, but it's a conscious choice for them to say bro and dude.
Yeah.
Sorkin, Mr. Genius, Mr. I get the words. He doesn't even think. He thinks he invented wait what, I bet.
He probably does.
And he's put it into the culture. He can put it into the culture whenever the fuck he wants to have said it entered the culture. Wait, what?
Yeah. But then again, you think you created commercials, so.
I didn't say that. I said that. Did you see my tweet? That's the worst thing
I saw that you put another accusation out into the world.
Yeah, it's not an accusation, my friend. Why my friend? It's not an accusation. It's an actual statement of fact that I had an almost exact same bit. At
Okay,
first
but the implication is that they stole it from you.
No.
I think, you know, it's either that or I got to this bad joke first.
That's exactly right. But I argue it's a better joke when it wasn't acted out with actors and he's eating beans.
I argue it didn't need to be brought up.
What's that?
I argue it didn't need to be brought up.
Oh, because here's the thing. There's something, I'm not saying that they took it from me. Of course, I would be arguing against that guy for my whole life. But I will say that. No,
you've got a serious case of, I used to do a bit like that.
It's exactly the bit I did in 1989.
Right.
Right? So.
Do you understand how long ago 1989 was, first of all?
I do understand that, but that also means that we don't do the same joke. We don't do I don't do the same joke of, how do you know when you're done now in 2021, right?
Uh-huh.
Things move on.
Right.
And
but there were literally
it.
advertising executives who weren't born when you did that joke.
Oh, I don't believe that. I believe those guys were absolutely. I think the people who were involved, I think there was an 80-year-old TV writer. The Geico commercials are so terrible that it has to be something, like, what's the word? Not convoluted, corrupt about the whole process. It's such an old joke. They're going with such an old joke. Here's the thing. They look like they're doing recycled premises. So even if they got it from me or not, I mean, they didn't get it from me. That's the delusion. That is the delusion. I really will admit that is a delusion because I can't say that I didn't think about it. Right?
Sure.
I think they got that from me.
Right.
But I'm not completely deluded because I know that at the end of the day, as the kids say, that they probably didn't get it from me, but they've got it from not having an original thought in their head. Some of them, you know what I mean? I think some of those commercials, as you know, I enjoy the commercials of the "Don't Turn to Your Parent." I think they're comedy genius gold. But I don't know if I've told you this. There's a lot of things on TV I like. I enjoy the westerns.
Sure.
I like the shoot 'em ups.
Sure.
I like the show and tell shows.
Do tell.
Ow, it's not TV. Not TV. It's those commercials that get me. It's not TV. Not TV. It's those commercials that get me.
Not just the commercials, but it's the quality of the commercials that really gets to me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher v'tzavonu mikol ha'olamim. And then you say you have Torah, and then you're able to buy a tape, so you don't have to study for your half Torah, and you use $3 million. Mr. Weinstein, may I say one thing to you, Mr. Weinstein, that you are right. In most of our arguments, the people who listen to our show will say, he's always right. When will he get rid of the idiot? What if I talk like that?
This is like watching a classic Lenny Schultz performance.
Oh, Lenny, go crazy, Andy. Go crazy, Andy. Hey, go lowbrow, Andy. Go lowbrow. Go lowbrow. Hey, I got you something right here, folks. He does the New York comedian. I got your jokes right here. He does the Canadian comedian. Hey, I got your jokes, your dick jokes, eh? You can't argue with me that this is not entertaining for you.
I wouldn't dream of arguing that.
Hey, so when Aaron Sorkin does it, the plot doesn't thicken. The plot
sickens.
Anyway, I want to briefly deal with, if you want to, and if not, just hang up on me, but I don't think it's too early. But I wanted to briefly talk to you about these people like Djokovic, who are really in a way like Joe Rogan type people.
Yeah.
And then I heard Boris Becker on he obviously was trying to get Djokovic into the thing. He was like saying, he has very eccentric ideas and that's why he's the number one player in the world. That's not why he's the number one player in the world.
Right.
He's not a genius about the physical. He's like a superstitious guy who wants the entire world to run by his superstitions.
Who also plays tennis really well.
And they also plays tennis really well. But the idea, I know this is old news. It's maddening. It's enraging that these idiots are influencing, the main show on Spotify. They have Djokovic. They have these people, and then actually a lot of people on everywhere, Twitter, everywhere. They start to question, well, maybe there's two sides to this vaccine story.
Right.
There are not two sides to the story. Just want you to know that.
Okay. Let me do my own research and I'll get back to you.
Okay, I recommend that. But the point is, there's nothing that they will say that Joe Rogan will say that isn't just a way for him to be and I've started to use this term off stage, he's a shit stirrer. Bill Maher is a shit stirrer.
By the way, where else would you use it but off stage?
Oh, God. But people
yes,
like
he is
a
shit stirrer, yes.
People like Bill Maher or whatever the hell I was talking about.
Shit stirrer is the brand du jour.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. And the fact, it should be horrifying. I mean, we did that joke at the Montreal thing, but I mean it for real, that now bad comedy, how many millions of people, I'm not going to try them on trial, but I know many people have died because of Adam Carolla and Joe Rogan and what's the guy who's on the Packers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that asshole. Because he's on there going, he actually said, I think I'm personal friends with Joe Rogan, and he says,
yeah.
And then, I mean, this is gone past. So I know that we're all angry at the unvaccinated, but I'm like enraged about it.
Right.
Just enraged, I tell you.
When expertise is the mark of the beast, you're in trouble.
That is exactly what it is. I mean, let's just take a minor thing. It's like there's a whole industry that's been built up. What's the industry? That's been built up on this bulletproof coffee you've seen in the stores. The idea that these are upgraded coffee beans. So, but the fact that I love coffee and I'm a snob about it, I can go, oh, these people, how much money is being made just on them selling this thing? Like, if you butter your coffee, that's the answer to life. And they believe, like, you know what? Do you think it's like the people who buy him, they think of him like as a caveman genius? Is that what it is? He's a caveman savant.
Well, he's the every caveman.
That's right. But you wouldn't. I know if you weren't in comedy, if we didn't know each other, you wouldn't be listening to Joe Rogan.
Well, thank you, Andy.
No, but I was trying to think about it. It's like the other day I was trying to think about it. Like, I've never really, I can't even watch. The only time I see him is quotes from him with those stupid headphones on.
Right.
And so to me, I don't even, he could be just a head now at this point. And he's operated by AI. I don't even know if he exists.
Right.
Oh, I'm starting to get into AI jokes.
Well, it would be something else, probably.
Probably. Oh, you're the best. It's like, it's like a Rickles. It's like living with Rickles is what it is. Constantly, is the Jew laughing. Constantly. So it's just, it seems like it's a nightmare. And that that someone like Dr. Drew or any of these people, Dr. Drew would say the virus, he was like the virus is overrated or whatever. Then he had to apologize for it. But then they go right back to what they were doing before. There's
right.
no, Dr. Phil keeps going. Dr. Mehmet Oz continues.
Yes.
You would think that there
and
would
running
be an
for
end point.
Senate.
What's that?
And running for Senate.
I know. What state is that?
Pennsylvania.
The state of bullshit.
Nice burn.
No, I got that from Larry Sanders. What canyon runs
I thought
over
it was
Sunset?
Mark Russell.
Now looking, I'm telling you, Eisenhower, would you open your eyes? That's not good?
No, it's good.
Eisenhower, open up your eyes and look how you have ruined the country. Bum, 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 bum. Inflation's out of control. I switched to the Capitol steps.
Yeah, you did a little bit, yeah.
Isn't this a classic though? Yum, bum, 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 ram, bum, 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 ram, bum. You don't even need to be a musician to write that.
No, it's good.
It is good.
It was good. It was evocative of Mark Russell. And what more could you do?
All right, look, I'm done with. I'm done.
And that's the deficit rag.
Old Hickory. I would like to be a political comedian who does is it Tamron Hall or is it her name should be Tammany Hall? Hello? Hello? Who? Hey, I think we're making a teapot and a T-Bone scandal thing. I did it without words there. That was good.
Yeah, T-Bone scandal.
T-Bone. Oh, young Josh, did you see that they may have discovered who informed on the Anne Frank family?
I did see that, yes.
It was good, right?
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
I don't have any, I'm like the Frank Conniff character, right? People liked it. I thought it was, I am obsessed with Anne Frank because she looks very much like my mother looked. She looks almost exactly like my mother looked as a kid.
Yeah.
So my whole life I've thought my mother was, when I would come up with excuses of why the parenting wasn't good, I was like, well, she's Anne Frank, right? She went through a lot.
She
good at that, but that.
When it comes down to it, people are basically good.
In my house, it was the what is it? The mundanity of
banality of evil.
The banality of evil was the first review I ever got for my act. The banality of awful. They used the Holocaust reference to criticize my act. He talked about Hitler for half an hour last night, but Andy Kindler's show at the Schmeckel House was more the banality of awful.
Hannah aren't going to enjoy this at all.
We're good. This is good. This is cutting edge Bob and Ray or Good Morning Vietnam. I recommend anybody who hasn't seen it yet that still really will put some, if you love the Vietnam War, you love over the top comedy, you liked Patch Adams, but you wanted more.
If you like your mawkishness with an edge.
If you want Mrs. Doubtfire's breasts on fire for the thinking man. I never saw Mrs. Doubtfire. I bet you have.
I've never seen it nose to tail ever.
Have you used that sting for me?
Yeah, we got that.
No, it's better now. I've perfected it. Oh God, I am becoming the impression king on this podcast.
Yeah.
And forget about you. People think it was you.
I abdicate the throne.
What is Vin Scully's line? Apparently what? I hear it.
Anything but.
Anything but. I hear that.
Apparently he thought doing impressions would make him a big man. Anything but.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like I'll hear it in a show, like or even in a true crime thing.
Yeah.
She thought she would get back to her house and be safe that night.
Anything but.
That's how I hear it.
Yeah,
I can never hear it. It's ruining my. By the way, after watching 700 hours of true crime, there seems to be a certain sameness about the plot lines and it seems a little formulaic, some of the shows.
Well, maybe switch to not so true crime.
Meow, Josh, you're a rare fair caution. Now, can you give me any update? You sound good. You look good. How's life?
Thanks.
How's life?
Life's all right. Life's all right.
You are tight-lipped. No, okay. How's the any projects you're working on?
Not
that you want to talk about.
Not big ones right now.
I just signed a deal with AARP for a show.
Huh?
Called Old and Irrelevant. Old and not as funny as he was since his timing is slow.
He seems to just be doing impressions of modern commercials.
On the AARP, first of all, did you know that they predict by 2023 that the average cable bill will be $450 a month, all in $10 increments?
Yeah.
I got Paramount Plus. I have TV Plus. I have Pets. I have the Verb. The Verb channel, $9.99 a month. The Verb channel.
Right.
When does this joke get funnier?
How many are on the actual note card?
No, none of them. Thank God. I'm not saying I wouldn't put it past me to have 7 or 8 examples.
All right.
But not the focus to write them down.
All right. Okay.
Also, I made a change today. I'm very proud of it. I didn't get a chance to eat before the podcast. I mean, I could have, but I would have been late.
Right.
And I already was 2 minutes. Well, forget that. I have a banana with me.
Uh-huh.
I have not eaten anything.
Wow.
If I can get through the show without touching the banana, and it looks iffy now because I feel dizzy.
You kind of put it on the radar now.
I know, and now I'm getting sweatier as I'm talking.
Right.
But I'm seeing myself now as I need to have respect for the podcast and treat it like an athletic event.
Right.
So the tennis players bring the banana with them, and then if during the changeover part of our podcast,
right,
I can eat a banana. This way, another reason not to be late.
Okay.
And for some reason, I want you to be proud of that.
When is the changeover portion of our show?
That's a joke, Josh. Jesus Christmas. Just because it took me 9 hours yesterday to, first of all, I've looked up epidemiology and I know what it's meant 40 times previously in my life, although I never really get the concept sometimes with words.
All right.
So I froze and I was like, it's such a simple joke to get. I don't know why I'm bringing it back up again.
I'm not sure.
But it's just sad. It's sad to see. No, I think the joke was a little, it was very possible I wouldn't get that joke first thing in the morning.
Well, I didn't think that when I wrote it.
I
didn't think it was a puzzle. I thought it was a solid comment that would just
That's because you write comedy for people who get it. No, I am a little bit like my mom in terms of that the narcissism and the targeted listening. I mean, I'm definitely someone who laughs at other people. So I'm not like someone who's so narcissistic they don't laugh.
Right. That's me.
No, you don't. You don't suffer fools gladly or ungladly.
Who suffers fools gladly, first of all?
No, that's right. Well, I want to meet that person.
All right.
Oh, you should get him with Harrison. He'll let an asshole sit next to him for 5-6 hours in a row.
Gladly,
eating onions. No problem.
Captain, it's the lull alert.
Oh, Josh, I really feel like I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it.
Uh-huh.
It seems longer than 40 minutes to me.
Yeah, it's actually shorter than that.
Because I was 2 minutes late?
No, I'm just... Well, yes, I guess, yes.
Do you know that there's NBC is one of the biggest networks of the networks? Maybe you could say they're maybe a little old in the tooth, long in the head.
Uh-huh.
Chicago Med, Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago... Pizza. Chicago Transit Service. How many medical shows? How do they keep? Maybe we backed the wrong horse. We should have been on Law and Order SVU. Why didn't we do that?
Well, this is a whole different. This is the Chicagoverse,
right? And then you're going, well, of course, I watched those shows. They got everyone's favorite chick, and of course, I was on one of those shows, and disappointed that I wasn't asked back.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's still on.
Right, and you got murdered, which was weird.
No, I was a guy who did. I was like, who's the guy from Rockford Files? Silver?
Angel.
Silver. You won't see me on any game shows. Have you seen It's My Jam? That's My Jam?
I saw one back a month or two ago when they were previewing it after something.
I mean, what that guy won't do, he's like Lucy without the comic timing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were talking last week about my, the vocal impressions thing and stuff like that.
Right.
Fallon is who makes me hate myself for those things, because that's how he does it too. He feels like each one of his impressions is so dead on. It's worth the world needs to hear it.
That's
And if
exactly what's
anyone is
wrong with
singing
it.
on the show, he's got to grab a fucking mic and join them and do his fucking thing. And it makes me skip all the way over hating him and makes me hate myself.
Yeah, but that really is a bridge too far, because you don't look desperate. It's something you enjoy doing. It's not a desperate, and you're not.
I know, but it puts that stink on me.
It's part of we've encouraged it.
Yeah.
And you could edit it out. But no,
I don't mean just
it.
here. I just mean as a general.
No, it makes you not want to do anything.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But he's so. I would say here's the thing that's even more annoying about him. That's to the degree that he is good, or has ever been funny, which I don't know that he has ever been. He is, because he's an excellent, or he thinks he's an excellent, or he's a halfway good mimic.
Yeah.
Who shoves it down your throat.
Right.
Well, James Corden, I think when he's singing in the car if he still does that, it's about him, that bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, both of them have this thing that is sort of repellent to comics in general, which is being eager to please.
True. Which I am. That's exactly what it is.
Which we all are, but
right.
But part of comedy cool is veiling that, you know.
Right. I hopefully am funny, just commenting on how bad things are going, but it comes from a sincere place. Whereas Jimmy Fallon has almost Robin. He has the Robin Williams syndrome of that there can't be any quiet spaces.
Yeah, and they both act like comedy butlers almost. Right.
And so, and like those shows that Jimmy's doing now, where the people in the audience are laughing and he's doing quizzes or whatever the hell, that's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be entertaining to the people at home.
Well, but I really feel, I feel like the real point of these shows right now is to generate a YouTube clip.
Yes, but that can't be the answer to it. I mean, he's kind of going to get lost. I mean, Jimmy Fallon, and I'm not rooting against him. But I think he's peaked as a cultural phenomenon.
Well, I think that's probably true.
But I don't want, what? I don't like this.
But when did Carson peak?
Well, but that's different. He peaked as one of the great, having done a great job.
All right.
Jimmy peaked because his popularity, he was the number one. I don't remember when he was the number one show at this point. I guess he was number one over Letterman at some point. Right?
I don't remember the chronology anymore.
That's how unimportant the whole thing was.
Yeah.
The whole background story to the whole thing.
Right.
Historically, everything I believe will be borne out by history, by the future, where we probably won't be here. 100 years from now, look, folks, good luck to all of you. I'm 65. I want the world to continue forever. Not like this, but a better world. But the other part of me is like, what the hell do I have to worry about?
I'm out of here. Yeah.
I am out of here. Hello, full Social Security at age 70. Mr. Selfish Man. Hey, I've got mine, folks.
Right.
Andy Survivalist. I think I put a bad taste in the mouth of the podcast. I apologize for that.
Got a little existential there.
You know what, Josh? You're going to have to start to deal with the fact that I've got things to say that are important.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear them. They're not interesting. They're not particularly unique observations. They're the kind of observations that go, if one more person complains about this, I'm going to kill myself. That's what I do. For example, I would imagine there are other comics who've commented about the quality of commercials on TV. I thought, to me, it was unplowed territory.
Right.
But it's not.
I still think your Don't Squeeze the Charmin beats all the other ones. So.
Look, Mr. Wimple. It can't be Wimple.
No, it wasn't. But it was close.
I feel bad that he annoyed me. I hated that commercial. I think I hated bathroom humor. It wasn't even bathroom humor.
No, it wasn't at all.
It wasn't like the commercials today. We all go to the bathroom, right?
But let me just say, you were meant to hate him.
Yes.
He scolded people for a living.
Yeah, that's right. He was a mean guy. But he wasn't a mean guy like, well, there were no mean salespeople. Josephine the plumber was very nice.
Sure.
Do you know who played the Jolly Green Giant? I thought that guy was great.
I can't remember his name. Big guy.
He was very cartoonish.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I always thought it was Santa playing him.
Is it loosely a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of a character?
I think it's a combination. Yeah, I think it's a almost a portmanteau of the whole thing.
It's such a bad. It doesn't make me hungry. A giant. How about if the asparagus was 50 feet tall? Would you like it then?
Yeah.
I just
you could have done this on 1930s radio.
I just realized this could be a vaudeville joke, or as Lucy called it, vaudeville.
Yes.
She kept calling it vaudeville.
Yes.
And that made me delighted. Isn't it vaudeville generally?
Well, it is a French word, so you gotta,
Oh, quel dommage. Why am I? I'm gonna get increasingly
What's too bad?
angry.
I think you just said.
That's too bad. Yeah.
No, what?
Quel dommage. Yeah. It's a French eraser.
But isn't it c'est dommage, not quel dommage? Wouldn't quel be a question?
What a and this is. What a sad event. This is sad. C'est dommage. This is sad.
Yeah.
Quel dommage. What a sad thing that happened to the person. And I'll be back with Andy knows 2 words from 4 languages and shoves it down your throat like he's a linguist. That comes from the, interestingly enough, that comes from the Latin word Latin. Oh, Latin, by the way, Josh, is a Latin word. That means Latin. Do your It's All Greek to Me yogurt bit. I love it. Just do it a couple minutes.
Fire!
Oh, I gotta tell you, these the Monday ones, when you hit the ground running with our show, that's the way to do it. I'm not high.
Right.
I'm not awake necessarily.
Right.
I don't sleep, Josh. I don't sleep more than 2 hours a night or two. I've been sleeping about 2 to 3 hours at a time.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times a day. That can't be good.
Well, it's better than no times. I've had my own sleep issues of late because of the leg things. Old Jew Medical Corner.
Am I allowed to ask if it's getting better?
It is getting better. It's just not good yet.
Well, that's good that it's good that when you can feel something possibly starting to resolve itself.
Yeah. Some days it'll be like, is this getting better or am I just used to it? But definitely I think the overall trend line is in the right direction still.
That's so cute.
But it's still like when I wake up, I'm up because it's just like within seconds it hurts.
I don't know why I said that's so cute. I
didn't like it, so I barreled past it. But
yeah, what is that? What kind of a human says that? There's nothing cute about pain. Oh, did you hear that story Josh tells about how it was the searing pain? It's so adorable.
Yes, he is in pain. Yes, he is. Yes, who's in pain? You're in pain. Yes, you are.
Who feels like their head's going to split apart? Me. That's right. That's what I do.
Yes, he's in searing agony. Yes, he is.
Who doesn't think he can go 2 more nights with this unending pain?
Who's got a gun in his mouth?
What if that's the way an 80s comic would be? What if that's the way we talk to our wife all day long? Right. 3 hours later, right. Good night. Because if the 80s did anything, they made a meal out of things that were only a snack.
Right. Juxtaposition comedy.
Who are we, those people? Starring Andy Kindler and his wife. A motion picture retirement home special.
That's right.
Do you think I would put on shows in the home?
I think whether you intended to or not, you would.
It's like you should not rent yourself out, but you could really, there's a market for this, just constantly undermining someone's belief in themselves.
It's whatever the opposite of life coach is. I'm happy to be that. Yeah.
and you do it amiably, I must say.
Yeah,
amiably.
with a smile, absolutely.
From the French word ami, which means friend.
Ah, from the Italian word for chef blowhardy.
Lucy. I used to do that all the time when I was like, what was that music? We go, Lucy. That's transition music.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to rumors. I don't pay attention to movie magazines. They don't read them because they're all junk. I don't mean to put anybody's job down. I'm talking about they have a job to do, and they got to write something. So if they don't know anything, they make it up. So in my case, they make it up. But I hear rumors flying around. I got sick in the hospital. Well, I was, in this day and time, you can't even get sick. You are strung out. Oh, by God, I'll tell you something, friend. I have never been strung out in my life, except on music. When I got sick in the hotel, I got sicker than one night. I had 102 temperature. They wouldn't let me perform. From 3 different sources, I heard I was strung out on heroin. I swear to God, hotel employees, Jack, bellboys, freaks who carry your luggage up to the room, people working around, talking, maids. And I was sick. I was getting, a doctor had the flu, and I met over one day. But all across this town, I was strung out. So I told him earlier, and don't you get offended, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to somebody else. If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I'm going to break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch. That is dangerous. That is damaging to myself, to my little daughter, to my father, to my friends, my doctor, to everybody, my relationship with you, my relationship with us on the stage. It is dangerous. I will pull your goddamn tongue out with the roots. Thank you very much.
I bet you couldn't come up with a funny way to say good morning. You, the Mr. Jokester.
Probably not.
Especially with the pressure I'm putting on you, right?
Yeah.
All right, now. How are you? Did I ask you that already? See, here's the thing. I have one thing to maneuver, and that's that I don't like there to be a long pause, but you have to operate the board.
Yeah.
I don't like the long pause when I'm trying to go to the page. Even if we don't start with the page, I want to feel like I'm there.
Right, but there's never a long pause.
That's right. It makes sense that you could eliminate that. So you're saying that actually it's more problematic, the statements I'm making about it.
Yeah.
I think it's just another fake obstacle I put in the way. Maybe I feel like I have to. It's like when I used to be a bombardier.
Yeah.
I never got excited unless I was dropping my ordnance.
Right. On your own runway.
That's made me laugh. Not if it really happened. I wouldn't be laughing like this. I'm going to tell you, I'd be all business if I.
But man, would you lean heavily into the Greatest Generation thing?
Oh my God. Because Andy Rooney never liked that Tom Brokaw did that. He's like, would you stop it? Would you stop it? We're the greatest generation. He was like, and he had a good point, Andy Rooney, but he was upset about everything. Yeah. So you couldn't tell if that was the one you should be cool with.
Right. Now compare this to how you feel about childproof caps, Andy Rooney.
Why do they? Look, I don't have kids in my house. I'm not a parent. Was I a parent?
I bet you were.
I was a parent. When we were young, often we'd have our children take the tops off of them. I can't do the voice so much. I used to be able to. I'm not a very nice person.
I would use Andy Jr.'s upper lip as a church key.
I don't have interesting. I'm a
They
little
wanted to
too
give him braces, but the overbite fit my beer bottle.
I don't think you've got Rooney down either.
No.
Nobody's Rooneyed up today. There's no reason why. I don't know why we have to have stop signs. They don't have go signs. That sounds more like George Carlin Rooney. Sorry about that run. It's a long run there. Can you do this with your voice too? I go like, I don't imagine I'm a disc jockey, but I imagine like a mid-range guy. Hey, hello. Hey, Michael Jackson.
Who imagines themselves as a mid-range guy?
Obviously, I did. It fits as well as any other thing. Hey, call me the droopy penis guy. I mean, what other nicknames do I have for myself that are good?
Stupid. Terrible person. What's wrong with me?
I've been calling myself, hey, idioto. What were you thinking there? Idioto. I made a hot cup of coffee for the show today.
That's good. And a good story.
Hey. At least I didn't pitch it like that. Hey, Josh, you're going to love this. Made myself a nice hot cup of coffee.
I would have thought room temperature for Mr. Midrange.
Do. Josh is on fire. He knows I'm weak. He sees me open weekly and he wants to pounce. I was lying. It was interesting, like a syncopation. He wants to pounce.
Yes, I'm a comedy predator.
I know where you're heading with it. Really? I don't know where I'm going with it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Try and sell that old saw. I've made a big mistake, Josh.
Yeah.
I have put my coffee on the left.
Okay. Would you like to take a moment to remedy that?
Well, do you have a sting for me moving hot coffee from one side of the computer to the other?
Yes, I do. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Okay. I find it hard that every time I ask, you're able to say you do, and I can't figure it out. I'm the stupidest guy in the entire world. I don't have intelligent things to say. So every time we have a show, I say, good morning, and try to make a meal out of the first line.
Okay.
Oh,
Thought Spiral the musical on its way.
You know, musicals are the way to go these days.
I say that's what I say. Yeah.
You saw La La Land, didn't you? Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. That guy hasn't done anything since then. He couldn't come back from the criticism I spooned out over La La Land.
Well, it's hard to top yourself with a movie you'd want to punch more.
Here I am now at the Century Boulevard exit now. I'm going to take my girlfriend to the airport. I'm going to the cosmetic place. The cosmetic place. LA's like a big old race. Maybe rhyming and music should stop. Thank you.
Maybe it's not the only thing.
Musical. You remember what did Vince Lombardi say about musicals?
He said, you can't win with a musical.
So why even try? I kind of had mixed feelings. I mean, Vince Lombardi, I just realized this. Vince Lombardi looked like a tough version of Dr. Hurwitz, my doctor. my dentist.
I can't believe you finally put that together.
Yeah, I know. He really looks like
your childhood dentist or your current dentist?
My childhood dentist looked like a less, like someone you're just as scared of as you are Vince Lombardi.
So you had a grizzled dentist?
No, he's a Jewishy version of that. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but
did he wear a fedora in the office?
I didn't say he was. There were some football players who wore some fedoras, I think.
Yeah, during the games?
Do you remember?
I tweeted the other day, why would you call a team the Cowboys if you know going in they're going to have to wear other hats?
You got to put that joke in the act that we're never doing again.
Yes.
Hey, if we ever, I like that joke a lot. I really do. Hey, can I give you here's the old comics. Hey, can I give you $75 and 3 trips to the sushi bar? Okay, I'm sorry about that one.
Yeah, I'm too.
But my friend Megan Keister pointed out on Twitter that she ate at a place called Sushi Near Me.
Very clever. Yes.
Yeah. I don't think, I would have made it up and then people would call me, did he really have a place? No, it's comedy. It's a delightful world.
Is this funny, Andy? People are calling concerned.
Andy, we think you might be joking, but just in case. Hey, I think I'm 4 years away
Look
from
at me. This is my last picture before I was murdered.
Am I able to do falling and I can't get up style jokes now, or is that a couple of years away?
On yourself, you mean?
You mean, should I buy the product?
No, I just mean, are you talking about putting yourself in the situation in the joke, or just going for a straight?
Well, I certainly know I could put someone else in the situation.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Okay.
That's just a hack joke then.
Sure.
But I'm saying I personally...
Well, you put you in it. It's not a hack joke anymore.
No, it's because it's comes from my real life. So I'll be like 85. Yes. You know, folks, hi, I'm Andy Kindler. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm a little late tonight. I had to stop by Consumer Cellular and pick up my new large-faced phone.
They threw in a grabber.
What's a grabber? I have one. Why am I lying? You just made me think of the fact that I'm not happy with mine.
I had back surgery and I don't have a grabber.
You always wanted to have. Did you ever have a popper, like a popper gun, like a little pop gun? It's like a cork came out of it.
I had the one with a pork that came out of it.
It had what?
It had pork. It was a pork.
Well, that was scary in your neighborhood, right?
I had one of those little pop gun rifles once, but it didn't really pop very well.
Yes. But, I shouldn't complain about the quality of the fake guns when I was a kid, because can you imagine? I mean, I liked fireworks and stuff. Can you imagine if I liked guns?
Yeah.
They'd be calling me six-fingered.
My mom had a little period where she tried to keep us from having toy guns when we were kids, and then we just made them out of Legos.
Did you get what your mom was trying to do?
I guess so. But
did you say
it was wrong-headed, in our opinion?
It really was. Even Yoko Ono said that during a contemporaneous...
Give guns a chance, she said.
She said somewhere along the line that they decided to let their kids, you want them to play out the fantasy of the, but I mean, I don't remember that I had to have a gun, a toy gun I don't think I had a toy gun. I had something.
Yeah.
But we never would have been discouraged from it. My parents, my father, we used to do duck and cover drills on the porch.
Yeah.
Is that funnier?
A little bit.
On the porch.
On the porch is a little funnier, yeah.
It goes back to my joke construction that I still think is classic. I tell you, I come into you, I say, it's Eddie Murphy as a bartender. And then you go, I'll think about it. On the moon, Pluto Nash. That's my Pluto Nash pitch. Is it still funny when I refer to old shows?
Well, I think there's a weird floating line where it becomes funny.
Right. In the home.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm at the twilight of the Lucy story. And it's the last episode, I think, of the Lucy story. I think she dies, but I don't know when she died. I don't remember when she died.
Yeah.
I do remember she was around because I remember Whoa Viv. I saw Whoa Viv the first time around. Oh Viv. Where they were their actual names in the show.
Yeah.
And I forgot about Gary Morton. Don't you remember? Wasn't he kind of a character on game shows too?
I think he had that sort of general celebrity once he married Lucy.
Oh my God. I feel like someone who started a sentence and had nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like that a lot.
You played it great then.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm working on that as a character of a guy who's starting to lose it.
Yeah.
Can you see me as that guy?
I can see it. I don't know if I'd go with starting to lose it, but I go in the process of losing it.
I want to tell you something, Josh.
Mid-loss.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello? What?
Where's my pudding? Where's my... Okay. All right. That was uncalled for. Hey, they say things are uncalled for. One of you ever heard something called for? I could write a terrible joke act fairly quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if that's a joke though.
Okay. How about this? Why do they call it coffee? I'm not, I don't seem to have any, scratch in my throat. Do you don't even get the fucking joke.
No. I got it.
I amuse myself by thinking, what if I was that insane? But then I realize I'm not that far different than the impression of me.
Yeah.
Because I am
but as long as it keeps amusing you, kind of like peekaboo with a child.
Everything I think of, everything you do at the within 3 seconds, I think of myself in the home.
Yeah.
Whatever we're talking about. Hey, Andy, you want some coffee? Do that coffee joke. I'm not going to be good in the home. I'm telling you that right now. I don't think I can be in the home now. And I certainly don't want it to be a show business home.
Right. Yeah. Do you really want your final breath to be in competition with someone?
Hey, Josh, are you signing up for the open mic? Andy, no. Why not? We're comics. Oh, God. Then you call Susan, who's always hard to find for some reason.
Yeah.
To drive you to, to go with you to the home or,
right.
Look, Josh, I have to, but you.
I have to say that this show isn't that much different than me visiting you at the home.
That's what I hope.
There's always this feeling, when I dial of like, I hope he's having a good day today. I hope this is a good day.
Oh, some of these, every fourth one just goes right into my stomach, right into my heart.
Yeah.
Every fourth one is like a dagger to my heart.
Okay. I'll have to learn the timing.
To get the other ones going?
Yeah. Just so I won't burn 1 through 3 too badly.
Hey, I've been doing very good about not watching politics.
Oh, do tell.
No, I mean, like I haven't watched. I don't even know if I haven't watched whoever's replacing was Brian West, so I don't watch it. But I do watch it for a second because I'm hoping it'll be a good story, but it's usually not. But John King today in his Inside Politics is still summing up Biden's first year.
Yeah.
Is that? I hate.
Well,
I really do hate.
It's January 19th, Andy. You got to cut a little bit of slack there.
We should be on to our Valentine's political wishes. I know that's a big. You told me, you and your honey, you and your sweetie, you love the Valentine's Day because you told me you don't think that holidays are too commercial. That's not what you think.
Right.
I've had a Valentine's Day tradition since we were kids, and we would make Valentine's for our mother in school, and then later, when you slept with your mother and you used that as an excuse, all of a sudden, you're the bad guy. Oh, when I was in 3rd grade, it was great. Would you be my Valentine? Now that I'm 20, I have to move to the other bed.
Wow.
It's good. It's good, Josh. It's good.
All right. Okay.
Maybe you should.
I'm glad I'm frankly glad you reassured me.
Do you have any listener warnings for our show? Please be careful. Today, Andy talks about wanting to sleep with his mother. We don't know if it's his dead mother.
Right.
I want to tell you one thing right now, Josh. I do not understand. What's it called when you want to sleep with dead people? I don't get that.
Necrophilia.
So if you could explain to me, necrophilia.
Yeah.
If you could explain, I'm willing to hear from you why it's so great. But then you have to also explain why cannibalism is so wonderful.
Yeah.
And you're not prepared to make both arguments.
I can't really make both arguments in one breath.
I have such bad OCD that occasionally I will think, what if I had to eat a person on a Donner type expedition?
Yeah.
And develop the taste?
Sure.
What if, okay, here's another thing I think of.
Okay.
What if I had to eat about one of the people who were left?
Yeah.
Would I do it?
Yes, you would.
You haven't touched any of Josh's chin.
I'm saving the best for last.
Oh my God. You boy, Josh was right about being hairy.
Dum diddle dum diddle dum diddle dum diddle dum. Andy Kindler's Wilderness Diary.
I tried to just eat around 4 knuckles. Okay, that's it.
Does it have to be me you're eating in this little bit? Does it have to be? You think I would have stayed on the trip long enough to get stranded in a mountain pass with you?
Oh, God. You know, I laugh at this kind of a thing, but I do not think if push came to shove, I would enjoy one of those you're going to die situations.
I did actually go through the Downer Pass in a blizzard once.
That is not true.
It is absolutely true.
And where is it again?
It's outside of Reno.
It's that close to California? I had no idea.
Yeah.
So they were very close to a casino even?
Yes. Yes.
And still they ate each other.
That's right. They were 30 yards from a buffet.
Oh. You know, the thing is, a lot of times you say to yourself, you have OCD and don't worry, that won't happen. But I think that could happen to me.
Yeah.
Being stuck in a situation like that.
Well, I mean, you're the one who took a fucking private plane over the Grand Canyon to get to a resort. So, I mean, you were asking for that sort of situation.
Well, let's put it this way. Nobody would have gotten that upset had something happened. They would have said, why did you have to go? No. That's the last trip I think I'll ever take, so I really do try.
I'm sure your brother will take you somewhere else.
Oh, you mean he'll, do you have to say it with such vitriol?
I don't think there was that much.
You didn't really, but no. I think you might. It's like
it was belittling, but I don't. Think
it is belittling.
Yeah, I didn't think it was vitriolic, really.
I think you're a classy guy when you make the effort to say, hey, I wouldn't say it was vitriolic, my friend. It embarrassed you. You look bad.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. Okay, I went one sentence too far. So far off the track that I don't know what the topic was. I kind of know what the topic was. It's, would you rather eat me or would you rather eat Alex?
I'd rather answer someone else's question. It's time for questions. What do you want to know? We love your questions so much. It's half our show. Half our show.
Oh my God. Uh-oh. We're going to be here. No wonder why you did this. Because you knew that we'd be here a while. Pickles implores, will no one rid me of this meddlesome growl? Me watching the Alanis documentary. He doesn't bother me that. Well, I guess he could, but what is he doing that's bothersome, Pickles? What do you think
I don't remember what he did in that doc. I watched that doc, but it passed through pretty quick.
Is that the ironic lady?
Yes.
And what's the difference between her and Tori Amos?
Or rather, ask me again.
Is that the ironic lady?
No.
And then I can do my follow-up joke now?
Sure.
How do I know it's her or Tori Amos?
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it was a better
That's not
joke.
so good.
Better joke 30 years ago, but
How about, what is that, Fiona Apple? Well, how was the, why don't you, instead of answering that question, why don't you tell us how the doc was?
like I said, it kind of passed right on by me. It was part of the Music Box series on HBO.
That sounds like a fake title or category to put things that they don't think is good enough to stand on. I don't know. Am I right about that?
There were good and bad docs. There was like 5 or 6 docs, and they probably went 3 and 3.
I'm gonna watch now. So it's 3 and 3. What were the ones you liked?
Please don't try to make me.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that.
Recall.
But you said it. You volunteered.
There was a good one about Woodstock '99. Debacle that it was.
Was that the movie with that comic in it? Who's that comic? I can't even remember his name.
I don't know. But it hurt your joke.
Dimitri Moore. It's something like that. Dimitri.
Yeah, that was actually Woodstock, I think.
Yeah, but what is his name?
I think Jimmy Martrin.
Yeah.
Martrin.
And you saw the 99, which Martrin? That's bad. You saw the 99 one, right?
I saw.
You saw the doc about it.
Yes.
And that wasn't very good. I don't even like the topic.
No, it was pretty good.
Oh, so you finish.
Jason, bringing Grumpy back Barton, says, have you guys heard of this group, the Beatles? Pretty good. They might go places. Speaking of ironic. But seriously, folks, the Beatles have a lot of Britisms in their lyrics. How would some of your favorite songs sound if the word were replaced with the more American words?
Well, I have to. I'm sure that Jason wanted me to take issue with the word Britisms.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you get from using your Brita filter for a year? Hey, you know what? Have you ever poured half of it on the counter? That's another Britism.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would some of your favorite songs sound, Josh, if they were replaced with the more American?
If I had more time to prepare, I might come up with a funny list, but I can't go past. And the banker never wears a raincoat in the pouring rain.
No, he doesn't say raincoat. And he says, it's a Mac, right?
Right.
I just showed.
But that's a Britism.
I see. My mind is like a candy machine right now. I double space my periods says, I don't want to hear Andy say he can't do impressions. His Sidney Poitier was a terrific impression of Betty Davis. What? You tell me, child. I don't know what you want, child.
They call me Mrs. Davis.
Your white father is Spencer Tracy. Have you ever thought of, I don't remember Sidney Poitier ever being hilariously funny. Do you?
No, he was never hilariously funny. Really.
But that's okay. I can do, anybody can be funny. I don't know what I'm saying now. Is it my turn or yours? It's mine.
All right. No, it's mine.
No, it's yours. Mine. Yeah.
Jerk.
Hey, that was too much.
Richard Cole says, I shoveled my steps and the sidewalk in front of my house 3 times this morning. Is that OCD? I don't know. That wasn't his question. That's mine. I've spun out and ditched my car in blizzards a couple of times. Have you ever put your car in the ditch? I have. I have. In fact,
you have?
I've had many spin outs and various things on ice and snow. I've only truly put one in a ditch once, and that was in South Dakota, and a borrowed ancient old Jeep Cherokee.
You bought it because the gig was in the snow?
No, it was these bookers in the Dakotas had you drive around insane amounts of 6 hours between gigs sometimes.
That's the triple gig.
It wasn't triple. It was like a triple gig, but it wasn't. Yeah. But they would give you this car to do most of the driving in. but it was a terrible car.
Oh my God. My stomach hurt right just thinking about that. I would be so scared. I wouldn't be the guy who could even drive it, I don't think.
Yeah.
I could, maybe. I'm too tiny to drive a big Jeep.
Well, luckily it was like old style 4-wheel drive where it had like locking hubs where you literally had to get out and turn the lock on the side of the wheel. And it got us out of the ditch.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. But you could be dead. You see, this story could have ended then.
Yeah, but there's a lot of times I could have been dead.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd never gone into a ditch. I would think that's scary.
It was scary. There was like a triple spin before we went into the ditch too.
And I assume you were driving.
I was, and it was on a two-lane highway.
Oh my! It's like that movie 2-Lane Backdrop.
Ice glare ice.
Oh, that's not black ice, but close.
Well, it is black ice if you look at it from a certain angle.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. And I'm sure the gig was fun though when you got there.
Absolutely worth the trouble, I'm sure.
It sounds like a terrible gig, even if the roads were clear.
I think it was my first time headlining on the road when I was like maybe 18, maybe 17.
I couldn't have put up with that. I would have just killed myself. I think you were much more confident 18-year-old than, well, you had skills, first of all.
Yeah.
I was trying to have skills. I thought I was you know what, at the time I was the world's greatest songwriter, but probably the world's worst is what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard on myself. Where does he live, Richard Cole? Do we know? Because it's beautiful there. I mean, it's not beautiful, but I wish I was where the snow was. But I never had to live in it like you, but I want to see a winter wonderland before I die.
His Twitter page is claiming Ontario.
Oh, so he's got it. He's right in the middle of it. He can't escape it. Dan?
Yes.
Did I ask that question or did you?
I did.
Okay. But who cares? Just go to the next question. Dan Wade says, hey guys, allow me to go to bat for Tom Lehrer. As a Southern kid who would get beat up for having opinions outside of Ford versus Chevy, I found bootleg Tom Lehrer tapes to be a lifeline. Plus, he rhymed ribald with quibbled. Spin the wheel of Tom. I can't not go to bat for him because I don't know. I really can't think of anything. I just don't know him well enough.
Yeah. Well, spend
So
a
it's
half
up to you to
spend a half
defend.
hour on YouTube and get yourself up to speed.
Oh, I do that normally for the question section, but I didn't get a chance.
Sure.
We
We talked about it last week. When it was asked about him versus Victor Borge, and I certainly think Victor Borge is more timeless.
I think, Dan, it's like you gotta think, what's going on in his
But Tom
life?
Lehrer was funny. It just never, to me, it never rose very much above clever.
You know what was he in the 50s?
Yeah,
Okay, so he wasn't singing.
in early 60s.
He was singing, but he wasn't doing protest song takeoffs or.
No, not protest song takeoffs, but
Who am I mixing him up with? There was another guy who was, just any of those guys, like Phil Oakes or. No. My folk knowledge isn't that.
I don't
great
get that
anymore.
Phil Oakes had a lot of sense of humor.
No, but Tom Lehrer did.
Yes.
Okay, well I'll have to check it out.
All right. Mike Parr says, if you were pickup men, what would be your truck of choice? Ford, Chevy, or Ram? Also, would your cowboy hats be black or white? And would you wear your Wranglers tucked in or outside of your boots?
Well, I would say my cowboy hat would be black because I think I would look very, very dangerous anyway, just on a horse and stuff, or in a pickup truck. But I would want to be the bad boy of pickup trucks. I don't know anything about him. Susan had a pickup truck, so I was going to say the one that she had,
Yeah.
and I couldn't remember which one hers was. I think it was a Chevy.
I'd go with I would go with whatever the Sanford and Son truck is. I'd go with that as my truck. My cowboy hat would be like the Jose A. Bear with the sort of rainbow of feathers on the front and white. And I would wear one boot tucked in and one out.
I think outside of the booth. I just think that looks better in general.
Yeah. If I'm being serious, then yes, of course, outside the booth.
And the other thing is, I mean, do I want to make myself look even shorter by having the pants inside the boot? Looks like the boot's up to my crotch.
Your pupik?
My pupik? I have one thing to say to you, Josh.
Please say it.
Tweet, 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 huh, 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 woo, hoo, 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 tweet, Thank you. That was a good sting. Andy, Teddy Roosevelt's wife and mother died in the same week.
Wow.
That's a great question. Sort of like your situation. So you should run for president, maybe, or grow a mustache. Hey, I don't like you bringing up the fact that my sister, Mr. and Mom, you know what? My sister and Mom dying within 10 days of each other is the new thing that will be like, cracks me up. Like if we're doing a roast.
Yeah.
I go, no, I can't. Every time I think about it, and during COVID, but it wasn't from COVID.
2 words, Andy. 10 days.
Hey, Andy, what do you do every year between March 10th and March 21st? Oh, I thought it was going to be think about the fact that you lost 2 of your, I went one
Blow
too
out
many,
the candles,
Josh.
Andy. It's not my birthday. No, the Yortzeit candles.
You know what? We have fun here. I think what he's saying is I shouldn't run for president, and I'll show you pictures of me with a mustache. I don't think it looks good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
How do you know? Oh, you've seen the pictures.
I have, yeah. It's ridiculous.
You're not. Are you hearing the?
Yeah, yes, I am.
What is that?
That's a garbage truck.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know I do that too much,
You
but
do.
that sounded like it was in my brain.
Okay, well, I can't speak to it not being in your brain, but
Can you speak about my brain in general?
I try not to because it makes you mad.
Boy, because you're going to, or because you'll say that, because deep down, you think that I'm a fucking moron.
No, 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 no,
No.
no.
Ask me ask me 3 things are they animals, and try and make the third one a difficult one, and I'll see if I got it right.
Okay. A chair.
Is not an animal.
A pond.
That's an animal. No question about it. Bobby Pond. I would. That sounds like there's life in there. And you can't tell me it doesn't exist as an organism. Now come up with the third one.
Joe Rogan.
Don't. Slowly I turned. I wanted to turn that into Joe Rogan he is not only an animal, he is the animal that I would have liked. That's where it comes from, Josh. You nailed it off pod last week when you said, you're fucking jealous of that guy, aren't you?
I actually came over and knocked on your door to tell you that one.
I just love the, every time you see Joe Rogan.
With some ivermectin.
Every time they show him, they only show him in this ethereal studio that's got, I think it's like dark lighting he has.
Yeah.
And that's it. So whenever you think of him, talk about Teddy Roosevelt, you think of Teddy Roosevelt with the teddy bears. Everybody from the future is going to think that Jesus wore headphones.
Yeah. I didn't have a real reaction and then I froze.
Hey, that sounds like a horse.
It did kind of.
Don't act like a baby, Josh. I just missed that impression.
Yeah. Do you really want it?
Yes. Are you okay, baby? Baby, are you thirsty? No, baby, are you trying to give me a message, baby? It is amazing, though, that it lives so close to the surface of your mind that it's always accessible.
Oh, it's always there. It's my inner child waiting to get out. Seth Dick III says, Josh, I'm feeling the pressure of your judgment. If this were a TV writer's room, would I be summarily fired or put on notice to step it up? Is that how it works, or do you just get 1-year contracts renewed or not renewed? It's more like that. But once in a while, you'll want someone to go bad enough that you buy them out or something.
Right, but I know I should remember this. But did you go postal on him last week?
I don't know. I don't remember what I did last week.
I think it was sometimes he'll ask a question about solve this dispute between me and Mama Dick. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I'm rolling my eyes so long. Q-Mock, I love that name. Q-Mock. Josh, for a while when Andy raised his father, you seemed to loathe him because he belittled Andy's intelligence so much. Recently, you seem more sympathetic to Andy's father after hearing about Andy's mother's depression. Is that true or imagined?
Probably imagined. Well, maybe the first part. I think I was hostile towards your father when A, because I felt protective of you, and B, because I was trying to sort of undermine his credibility to you.
Right. Which I think he did a good job.
But I feel like I've always been sympathetic to Andy's parents. They had Andy.
Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, they had. Does that mean like I was a lot?
Yeah. Yes.
Like the kids say?
Yes.
Yes. I think I would like people to be sympathetic towards my parents. I really would. If they didn't fucking destroy my soul, then it would be fine. Q-Mock adds, Josh, a much lighter question. Can you politely ask James Mason to do a spoken word version of that Randy Newman song you sang in Test Show 240, please? I love the show, and it's a Monday highlight each week. Thank you, Q-Mock.
Yes.
I think he's buttering you up so you'll do the thing.
What was it? It was a wedding in Cherokee County.
Yeah.
I won't do the whole song, but I'll do a selection from it. Today we will be married, and all the freaks that she knows will be there, and all the people from the village will be there to congratulate us. I will carry her across the threshold, and I will make dim the light. I will attempt to spend my love within her, though I'll try with all my might. She'll laugh at my mighty sword. She'll laugh at my mighty sword. Why must everybody laugh at my mighty sword? Lord, please help me if you will. Maybe we're both crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's why I love her so.
I love that. And also, we can't get sued for that.
We probably could. Yeah, we could, I'm sure.
Oh, really? Just for saying the lyrics?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's still copyrighted material. But
I was watching
I will hide behind the shield of parody law.
That's right. But I think it's a time thing, too. If we go over a minute, they
yeah,
sue
it's a
you.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't mean that. Did that mean like I was putting you down?
No, I just mean it's more like 4 seconds.
Oh, yeah. In the Lucy, the plot thickens. James Mason is in one of those, is in something with Lucy. I can't remember what it is now, but I remember hearing James Mason's voice. I'm going, I gotta remind Josh about
Mrs.
that.
McGillicuddy, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Is that what it's from?
I don't know.
I wonder if I'm mixing the metaphors or mixing stories.
I don't know.
All right. I think you have always been best at delivering 3 named listeners to the show's questions.
Stephen Elton Yates says, hey, fellas. The first movie I remember seeing was Lady and the Tramp in 1963. You're dating yourself, Stephen Elton Yates. What's yours?
Is that a joke, Josh?
What?
Is he trying to kid me because he wants to tee up the miracle worker story?
Was that your very first movie?
I think so. That's the first one I can remember.
Yeah.
There's a difference there, I guess.
Yeah.
The first movie I ever saw, I don't remember what it was. I remember seeing Bye Bye Birdie. Do you think I could have seen that in the theater?
Sure.
But that's later than 1963, and I was born in 56. So I'll have to come back next week with the answer.
All right. I think for me it was either the infamous Young Frankenstein incident, but I also feel like it might be Walt Disney's Robin Hood.
Ah, is that a good movie? It sounds terrible.
It's not such a good movie.
Yeah.
But I loved it as a child, and I had the record of it, the Disney record.
I have such a weird. I don't see. First of all, I never see you as young.
Yeah.
and I see you like, here's how I see you.
Okay.
Mother, I'm having trouble locating my, record player. God, someone get me out of this. And I mean show business.
I think you did okay on your own.
Stephen Elton Yates also says, when I was 6, I saw Casino Royale with Woody Allen, Peter Sellers, and Orson Welles. It was not really appropriate for a first grader. This is a joke now, right? Did you ever see a movie that you probably shouldn't have? And I thought Stephen Elton Yates had listened to every episode of our show. I know I've said the miracle worker story, right?
Yes, you have.
I am, if not shocked, I'm hurt and humbled. I always like to throw humbled in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to keep bringing up that Andy is repulsed by people with disabilities.
What's the disability in that movie? I like my first instinct is always to deny. Oh, that was fun.
Sous Vide says, tell the Bob Saget call sheet story. I forgot it. Well, that's not really our problem, is it, Sous Vide?
Oh, is that what you go with that?
I'll go with whatever you want.
It's that I was making fun of Bob Saget, and he took the call sheet and he pointed out where my name was on the sheet and his name was on the sheet. And I had never known before then that there was anything to do with where your name was on the sheet, because I never paid attention to that. And I probably did know it, but he really brought it home.
Yeah. Wookie Talkie says, I hear that Huntington Beach in Orange County was nicknamed Surf City after the song, and I'm wondering if you've ever been there. If an all-girl band goes to Surf City, do they get two boys for every girl, or just half a boy each?
I don't know that I have to answer riddles about Beach Boy songs.
Yeah.
But I think it's certainly something I've wondered about. And yes, I have been at Huntington Beach many times, and I've done comedy down there that doesn't go well. It doesn't go well in that area for me.
Yeah.
And it's also very pretty. It can be pretty.
You know what you do better is landlubber comedy.
Is when they say I'm a landlubber, is that saying I'm like a land lover?
No, you're a lubber.
And where does lubber come from?
I think it's from
Lubbing around?
It's from the Yiddish of schlub, I think.
Well, I'm a schlub, so I should know it.
Sure.
If you're happy and schlubby, go like this. I laughed at that, so I laughed to try to encourage others to. Have we done with this question? You didn't answer it.
Do I need to?
Okay. Right. Dan Marsh says, hey guys, sometimes a celebrity, I'm giving him a voice now. Dan Marsh says, hey guys, sometimes a celebrity, and that's not fair. Hey guys, sometimes a celebrity is honored by having an item on the menu named after them. What is on the sandwich or hot dog named after you? When I pause a long time, Josh?
Yeah.
That means you fucking get in there.
Oh, okay. Unlike you, I was thinking about the answer. Andy's would be a Jewish dip.
And you... Oh, I'll do you.
You do me.
Okay. Yours is going to be something that's swaddled in your... What is swaddled in your outdoor cooker. Something that you've heard, you've really come up with a way of slow braising tuna fish. I don't know, I'm trying to turn it into a put down of you in a way.
You're not hurting me yet.
No.
If you want to, try again.
I don't think so. And now what happened was in the middle of it, I lost the page. Oh, here we go. Oh God. Whew. Whoa. Okay. Here's the thing. On your hot dog would be, bragging fries. Oh no, I haven't. I had it a second ago.
Yeah.
So a hot dog named after you would be only.
How about sauerkraut?
That's good.
All right.
That's good. Don't try and beat that. All right. I'm so glad you saved that.
Yeah.
What do you want me to just go away now?
Yeah. All right. I'll go. Duckman says Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al in an upcoming biopic. Which cast member of Cheers would you like to play you in a biopic about your life?
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up because I'm not the first person to know this, but now I am noticing more, and I'm white, about how there were no black people. Everybody did not know. Everyone knew your name at Cheers because you were white.
Yeah, well, what city was it in?
Boston.
Exactly.
You don't think there would be any way to shoehorn some black people in there? I'm sorry.
Even a former professional athlete didn't have black people in his bar.
Is this true about Weird Al?
Yes, apparently it is.
That's pretty cool that I don't even, you're joking with me.
It was a news item yesterday.
I think it's cool.
I didn't actually dive into it.
Oh.
I think Rhea Perlman would do a very good Andy, and I think clearly I have certain George Wentian qualities.
Yes. What? With Rhea Perlman? What are you telling me? I look like Rhea Perlman? First of all, I would be happy to look like the other guy, Danny DeHoo-Hoo.
Yeah.
I'd be happy if I looked like, what is this bit I'm doing? I'm uglier than most people? I don't get the bit that I'm doing. Barry from Manilow, Tennessee. That's very good. Do you ever find yourself watching YouTube videos for simple home repairs? I'll answer yes.
Yes, I've done it myself.
Are you saying you've done your own?
Not my own videos, no.
Oh, that would be so surprising to me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't know why that would surprise me, but it just seems like something.
It should surprise you. It should absolutely surprise you.
You would have no interest in that. Hi, it's Josh's Kitchen.
That's right.
What's the thing I couldn't come up with? I couldn't come up with, I think I was reading Sous Vide's question when I couldn't come up with Sous Vide.
Yes.
That's sad.
Classics.
That's sad. Very sad.
Call screener Leopold says, are there any classic TV themes Josh drew inspiration from when he composed the cinematic Titanic theme? I grew up listening to the TV theme song CDs for some reason, and it feels so familiar. Do you mind TV? If so, is it the theme songs that bother you? Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I absolutely was trying to go for a Henry Mancini, Peter Gunn kind of thing, and I was absolutely trying to go for like a Man from U.N.C.L.E. sort of thing, and both of these things were to make Frank Conniff happy.
And have you included that in the bumpers?
I have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I can't remember the song right now. And I was on Cinematic Titanic.
No,
was it something like this? Papa, papa da ba da pa, papa da ba da 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 da.
Yeah, not that different.
Okay, thank you. Laramie Person says you might be onto something. Is this? I'm not getting this right.
I think they were tagging someone else's. If you click it, you'll see the.
Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. Oh.
They were adding on to your impression of Sidney Poitier being a terrific impression of Betty Davis.
You might be. A Laramie Person says you might be onto something. I thought his Marge Simpson from a few weeks ago was very Robert Durst. Yeah. So, Homer, pass the song.
What did you do? I killed them all, of course.
Of course. I killed them.
John Dunbar.
Oh, thank you. You did a good thing for me right there. People might not know what you did for me.
Cutting
Dunbar. Me off was exactly the right thing.
John Dunbar says, I'm loving the new Elvis Costello album, A Boy Named If. I wonder if Josh concurs or will point out how wrong I am.
Well, that certainly sums up how everybody is afraid of Josh.
That's right. Well, I haven't listened to it enough to tell you how wrong you are yet, but I'll get back to you.
I heard a couple of things from it, and it sounded good, but I can't.
Yeah, I haven't listened all the way through it yet, but I heard songs at the concert, and I've heard a couple so far, and I like it. Chaotic Neutral says, hey guys, love the narcissism cut of Andy's interview about Bob Saget. Just a heads up that he's also the same age as Sinbad. Andy, Can you tell us how you were influenced by his work in Jingle All the Way? Josh, same question, but with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, I've never felt that influenced by Sinbad, but I think I'm too much of a contemporary of Sinbad. No, he came before me, but I'm not anti-Sinbad.
Yeah, Sinbad did not engender a lot of bad feelings along the way.
No, I don't think he did, because it's
among
like
comics.
Among comics. I mean, you'd think you could go after the name Sinbad.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Everyone has an Achilles heel.
What's mine? Everything. Intelligence?
Your heel is actually the one safe spot.
Right. Your heel's fine. It's up in your brain area that sucks. What, Josh? That's a little. You're stupid. Is the point?
They call Andy Achilles Field Day.
Hey, look, Chacho. Who's the guy who pushed the thing up?
Andy has more sore spots than the operation guy.
And you know what? Not only are we doing Dennis Miller, but every example is better than anything he's done in the last 20 years.
We've upped his game.
We've upped his game, and thankfully without him being involved. Venezuelan flowers and Oh, I'm sorry. That did not mean to come in there. Hi, fellow Wheel of Red.
No, that
didn't work. Didn't work.
Give their name the due.
Okay. Venezuelan flowers and Madam says, and I love that name.
Okay.
I love it.
Thank you.
Hi, fellow Wheel of Brandy guests. My kid is staying home from school because my state has psychotic and inept policies. He's 12 and acts 10. What classic movie should I introduce to him today? Ooh. Is he precocious? Oh, I'm not going to get an answer.
The Miracle Worker.
I was looking at the add-on when you said that. Should I do the add-on too?
Sure, if you'd like.
Hey, Wheel of Randy. A lot of replies from people pretending they were guests on your show. Should I call them out for stolen valor? I think this is a new one for Wampus Reynolds. New name.
I
new temporary
think
name.
we've had it for a bit, but yeah, it's
Okay.
newish. Funny you don't look newish.
This is a tough one for me. I really don't know what I would recommend, and because I'm never good at remembering what you're supposed to watch when you're 12. You can see not anything, but you're not going to necessarily like Spinal Tap.
All right.
Do you think you would?
Probably not. No. He wouldn't know what they were parodying.
Would you go with Goonies?
Goonies is a delight for all ages.
Well, he's probably seen a lot of the class. I mean, it's 12. He's seen a lot of the movies we'd say.
Yeah.
I think
I would go Tin Drum, Caligula.
Wait, Josh.
What?
Josh?
Yeah.
The first one's fine. Tin Drum?
Yeah.
No, I don't even think that's fine. I like the way, that was one of my favorite, straight, I don't know, you're not the straight man, but you're the straight man, I'm the straight man asking the comedian thing, and you were very good there.
Thank you.
Like, what? Why are you stopping me?
Halpin Fraser says, Josh and Andy need your help. I'm looking for a man named Lafong. Carl Lafong. Capital L, small a, capital F, small o, small n, small g, Lafong.
Yes. Is he a Jew? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, the Jew. Oh, is he a Jewish and a child, and your child and you're Jewish? It's a double whammy. Is it Mae Westfields I'm doing?
I was Mae Westfield you were doing, yes. But you did know that it was W.C. Fields reference.
Oh, yeah, because it's from The Gift? Or is it from the Bank Dick? When I was younger, my nickname was Bank Dick.
Yeah.
Because when you experience my dick, it's like money in the bank. It's money in the bank. Don't do it, Josh. Don't do it. I hear you winding up for it. I don't even know why you have to wind up for it.
I know. I wasn't winding up for it. I was trying.
Okay.
I was trying to think of an alt bank dick joke.
And I don't know if this
they
is
call me the bank dick because it's attached to a little chain.
That's very good. Now, I don't know if this is the last question or if we have letters, but Greg Kelly wonders, if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to so afraid? Sorry. Greg Kelly wonders if we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid? Greg Kelly says, if we learn from our mistakes, this is a joke I'm doing on myself now,
really
right?
is, yes.
If we learn from our mistakes, you stupid fucking idiot trying to read this, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? I'm going to answer this one seriously.
Okay.
This is a problem for me in my therapy and in life in general, because I think I did stuff that I'm not crazy about, so I never want to repeat that again, and that can get you into a tricky situation. You know, you can be in a situation like where you always want to be perfect, but that could just be OCD too.
No, I always want to be perfect. I fail a lot most of the time
Right.
on that, but I keep getting back up on the whatever is funny. But it's in answer to his question seriously too, it's cost benefit analysis. Because yes, we always will gain some knowledge from a mistake, but is that enough for the costly mistake? I would say the knowledge, learning from your mistakes, is a consolation prize.
True. I think it's more, what I would be saying is more if you walk around being afraid of making a mistake, that can make you, I'll never want to do that again.
Yes, paralysis is no good.
Yeah. I'm never going to say to a friend, I have ice cream in the bag, and I probably would make that mistake again.
Yeah, but you'd laugh this time.
I'm thinking about the fact that where we had that conversation is now part of the parking lot.
Well, it was then too.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm thinking the other side. Oh, Josh,
Yeah.
You are a fair caution.
Aren't I? Am I? What?
Aren't I? We had fun. Do you have letters that you'd like to bring up?
No, I just like to bring up that there's a great way to support our show. It's with buymeacoffee.com/thoughtspiral.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that in a while.
Yeah, it's because it's not that interesting, but we appreciate everybody who goes there.
I told you this is where you're wrong. I had written a bunch of hilarious commercials.
Yeah.
That would be for stuff that we'd be selling.
Yeah.
And it would, instead of doing it in 20 seconds, like buy this razor that you probably could get in the store, I would make a whole meal out of it. Hey, Josh, you know what it's time for? It's time for us to sell that razor that we like, and people would love it.
And Andy's point, of course, is that we're ad-free, people. No ads for you, so support us.
Is that like no soup for you?
No.
All I'm thinking about is when you're going to hang up. Lucy.